very, very solid career.
So is the Broncos.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. It's a pickup before, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lock. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40.
That was
Finally taken down at the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far in this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And his pass incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lock. And this will be incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
You see my play? Hello? What's up, man? I'm alright. I'm better. Playing the game. I'm gonna call you back as soon as I finish this, because I got a mic going and they can hear everything I say is being recorded. Okay. What you want to see, Jay? So we will cover 4. Okay. They look like they... Okay, cool. Alright, cool. So what happened when we broke down, like... Yeah, because we wasn't zone no more, because we ain't even zone on this, on the right side of the field. We following. Yeah, I won't pick that no more.
Locke looks to throw it again. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
Oh, you supposed to be gone.
He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
That paid off. I did a zero blitz.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos and Cortland Sutton heading back out there. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And Pascal's got it. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Melvin Gordon.
Tackle made that time by B.J. Hill.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And he can't get away from the pressure the Giants get there. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Oh, this looks sick.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. From the gun, Locke. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. will be accepted. So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Jones on 1st and 10. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
All I can tell you, I took him out to put. I took Tate out to put him in. He's gonna go back to the bench.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now a give here to Scarlett. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up.
But at that point, he ain't got the...
and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Saquon got. So
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's Scarlett. And this will be a Giants 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
There it is. Look at that. See this one? Not even on me. Oh, man.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. As they run the counter play. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times that doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on him.
Tell me when to slow it down and stuff. Let me go back and see. Oh, look at the blocker. Ingram is sliding to the side instead of going out the block. He's supposed to be running out with the guard to create me an edge. Look, he's sliding to the side, man. He didn't block nobody. You good?
Hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
They run the counter now on 1st down. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
TJ, this one I would make a mistake. That's probably how I beat my interception. If I'm doing all this running, I'll throw in a play action. Just to see if it's not. So would you run a reverse in this situation? I don't know when I run a reverse. 2nd and 16.
Second and 16. Now a handoff here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. This time to the tailback. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Hey, I didn't get to see them runs. You see it? Man, that was great.
4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to have a 1st down as they get in the field goal range here at the 29. And that's McCoy, who is still down following the play. Appears shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. This is the tight end fan.
Down to the ground like I wasn't.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Operating from the gun. Locke. Looking left sideline. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Locke on target to Fant for a Bronco 1st down. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
That's all you're looking for, right? You just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants' side of the field. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this 1st half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt.
I called the timeout. They wouldn't let me get it.
And a second field goal here gets them back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Matt Ryan, a touchdown pass in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, first and 10. Jones. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, that play lasted just 2.7 seconds from beginning to end. Just not enough time to throw the football. Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down.
From the gun, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. He'll hand this one off to Gordon, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in-route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43. But now the 4 picking up the first. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now Gordon. The 35 will be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They cleaned me up, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They don't run, they're going to beat us.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11 now. Here's the jet sweep to Pascal. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun. Block. And he'll take it into the end zone. Denver score. Jerry Jeudy, his first touchdown of the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
From the gun, Lock. And he's got it. So they try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Start the drive with Scarlett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
First and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Scarlett again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. From the gun, Jones got his man complete over the middle. That's Briggs. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Scarlett, and he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. The quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Briggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Show a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33. Off the play fake. Jones. That is incomplete.
Oh, no. Oh, my center hurt. Jay, I was just trying to get some. Man. He'll back up, bro.
A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 25. Now we've got a giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
If I would have made a trade going to the line. He just made a trade to get the dude. Hey, we need 1 yard, buddy. I know you ain't played with the team this season. Just get the 1 yard.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. He was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
This is a situation where you go for it.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. From the gun, Jones. And Tate's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Chico, what you say
could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800. Not out
I looked
here.
at the injury report. It's only a few of them. Most of my team. They are.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now with toss running left is Mack. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now, I guess you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that play, and see if you can continue to take it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Let me out of there.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run it with Matt. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
Looking to run with Mack. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Gano for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Like they was playing it then. Let me see. Yeah, they were doing it then. I ran that cover 4 show too.
For Denver Broncos. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, That position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll take this one down to about the 30. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And they've got to figure out how to stop some of the highlights that we're seeing on the screen here.
And what it feels like, he's going to say it doesn't matter what you put out here. I am having a big-time performance. I'm playing at a big-time level. Just keep throwing me the football.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
I think it's
fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And we do talk a lot about how the tight end position has changed in the NFL. Here's a great example. It used to be that they were linemen who occasionally caught passes. Now they're wide receivers who occasionally block people. And right here, this isn't tight end speed. It's definitely wide receiver speed.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Locke going to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, when you're down 2 scores, I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to the full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Locke now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
First and 10. At their own 21-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, You got another thing coming.
And then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
Yeah, a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Running back, though, 'cause he ain't got no help.
And that'll set him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They'll run with Penny. And he powers his way up past the 30. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. This is Mack on the counter. And this will be a Giants first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
I got another.
We got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
He helping him out. Should have traded him over.
Yeah. That's what you don't want to hear.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. This is Penny. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Mack. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
I don't feel confident in doing it.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. So that'll back them up 5.
They ain't got no timeouts. We run the ball.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for third and long. They'll go again here with Mack. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Giants, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Denver, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.